Welcome back to the channel, guys. Bongeye here, and today we're going to be continuing with Ostriv. This will be episode 5 of our season 2. If you remember rightly, guys, on our last episode, we were just building up this back end of the village. We got these little houses put in and some, I think they were fruit trees. I think they're cherry trees, if I'm not mistaken. We've got quite a few cherry trees, pear trees, and or apple trees scattered around the actual land now. And as you can imagine, they do take a while to grow in. Let's just speed things up a little bit. We've just had a new family, our newborn. Sorry, in the city here. 149 residents at the moment. So let's see where we're going to go moving forward. If we just spin the camera around there, you can see we've got a couple of fields down in the right hand corner here, and the farm is starting to build up. One thing we haven't got in yet is actual. I don't believe we've actually got cows and sheep in yet. I could be wrong. It has been a couple of weeks since we were last on this game. But hopefully moving forward, guys, we'll get these done a lot more frequent now. What have we got over here? I think we are actually full. I don't know how, but we apparently are full. Now, I don't know if that is actually an error there on the potatoes, but we'll see how we go through. But yeah, storage is full, and we also got in this fulling station, which I don't think we've actually had a chance to get it up and running fully yet. So I'm going to push this through, and she'll concentrate on where we'll be building next. We've also got our salt works in on the coast there as well, guys. Let's just make sure we've got people in there, and just check that I have actually got everything ticked as it should be. I think we're going to need more than one person in there. What we do also need over on this particular build is we're going to need to get over a horse and cart to help transport stuff around. I think we're going to go ahead and put another worker on there as well, just to be on the safe side. We've got no available housing, so the village isn't going to, or the town isn't going to expand until we've got some houses in. Now, the good thing is, as you can see, guys, we've actually got 3 houses available to build in there. We're going to bring them up because they're currently at the end of the building cycle. And if we look at what we've got here, because like I say, it has been a while, we've got another field to go in there. We've got a forestry going in as well, which I believe is just up near the farm. Got another village house there as well, so we'll get these in because these are only small houses. So we'll get them in amongst the bigger houses, so we can get this more residents in. These might be the ones that are going down towards the back end of the town there. Our first village straight in. Sorry, first visitor straight in. What are they bringing us this time? We don't need horses. And I'm just going to pause that there because I just want to double check on our state when it comes to cattle. So we have got cows in. Right, okay. We're actually waiting for this field to be emptied. We've got 7 trees in there. Then we can start looking at getting the sheep in as well. We have actually got sheep. We just haven't got anywhere for them to hang around. And we haven't bought any pigs at all as yet. That is something we possibly will bring in. But as most of you will know, guys, that have watched me play this game, when I get pigs, they don't generally seem to last very long. On that note, are they offering us any pigs? They are offering us any pigs. And we're only going to go with 5. Just to start us off, just to see if they actually do survive. And we're going to get 1 boar. Because that should be enough on that for the time being. I don't believe we need anything else. Now look, and as you can see at the top, guys, we are pretty damn in the black when it comes to debt. But hopefully, as time goes on, we will rectify that. We've actually got 2,000 apples, apparently. Which I wasn't expecting. So we'll leave that as it is. Just to make you aware, guys, there's been a couple of updates and hot fixes into the game. One of which is if there's a new marriage in the village, then we'll also get notified of that as well now. So it's currently January, so hopefully we'll start seeing the boats going out very shortly when we start when we get into February. And as you can see, we're getting the houses going in as well now. Let's just fast forward through this little section, guys, just so we can get some houses in and hopefully get some new village members in. We've also got the orchard getting built over in this area as well, which is going to be more used, I believe, when Alpha 5 comes out. And we've actually got them there as well. So let's just double check where we are at the moment. open vacancy, plenty of open vacancies. And as you can see, guys, I've actually put these houses here on more of an angle in regards to the coastline, and we'll start building this around. And we've got another windmill in the corner there. So what I'm actually going to do, guys, we're going to fast forward through this little section just so we've got some houses up and running and we've got some stuff in it and we've got past the winter, and we'll be back with you very shortly. So as you can see there, guys, we've actually got one of our plows up and running, and we've actually got the fields getting ploughed, which is good. And then we've actually got all our plows, all our main farm fields across the front of the water's edge here, guys. Just to make you aware, if you're not a member of our Discord channel already, guys, please check the link in the description below for our Discord channel. We've actually got a game section in there, and I've recently just posted in a little screenshot of the food cycle in which plants should be rotated. In case you do actually play this game yourself, it will be very helpful, and it will be something I'll be looking at doing myself. Probably not on the actual recording. I'll probably do it after the recording, and I'll go in and I'll make sure all the correct cycles are put in the right format so that we get the best yield from our crops. Now then, we've got a couple of houses built here, and we've got a couple of little ones built on the side there, which are still getting built as we speak. We've had a couple of marriages, and we've had a couple of newborns, which is all good. Just to expand the city, our little village or town. I never know what to call it, to be honest with you. Now, the one thing I have noticed, guys, is I've got a pretty big gap here, which is okay, but I'm just in two minds whether to put another stack of houses on the back of these, so they're back-to-back facing, and then we've got a narrower path coming through here. So what I'm actually going to do is we'll go ahead and do that. As you can see, we've got the boats are out in stock now, and they're getting our fish stocks up and running. We're going to go in here and get a couple of these smaller homes again, and we'll just get these, put it back just on the edge of the back of these, like I say. Because we've got to get the best of our out of our land, and that would still give us a decent amount of walkway through the back of there. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and put some more benches in, as we always do. We don't want them walking too far away. And I can also confirm, guys, we have actually got our pigs up and running. As you can see over on the back here, we've got our sheep out and the cows are out as well, which is all good. And we've got our little pigs just in there as well. And we bought 4 pigs and 1 boar, and I think we've actually got more than that now, so we've had a couple of births. In fact, we've got one there. It's only 6 months old, 4 months old. So we'll see how that goes. And we've actually sold a little bit of our stock as well in regards to clothes and so on. I'm going to buy all that Harelka just so that we've got plenty backed up when it comes to getting the tavern up and running. If you remember rightly, guys, I put this here thinking it was a taxi rank. I don't know why. And so we've got one here, and we've got one over in the back there, which is fully stocked with 3 horses. We're going to go ahead and see if we can get some put in here as well. So I'm just going to pause that while I drag and see if we've actually got any of the horses we need, which we haven't as it happens. Let's prepare this horse as a draft horse because it's 5-year-old. And then once we've got that, we'll get this over to this as well so we can get a wagon created. And as I mentioned also, we need a wagon on here as well. No draft animals. I'm tempted to get the draft animal on here first, but we'll see how we go as we progress through. Now, as you can imagine, guys, at the moment, all the food stalls are in this area right in the centre. We are going to need to make another one over in this area as well, because you imagine that's quite a distance to walk, especially if you're carrying a lot of stocks. The actual barn we can't use until we've got up to 200 residents, which I can confirm. We're now at 163, so we have gone up a little bit since we started this episode. Now, what I'm tempted to do, I was thinking about putting the actual market stall in the centre, behind the back of these houses. Whether I actually go ahead with that or not yet, I do not know. Because I'm actually considering if we put some more houses across here, do we do it in this section? in this little area, which may be an idea. At the moment, we're not really struggling with any foods, which is nice to see. We've got no one screaming that they need food. And we've actually got our little grassed areas put in now. Plenty of bushes, just to make it look a little bit more homely. Our trees are all nice and green as well now. And let's just check on our stocks. Got more in here than I thought we would, which is good. We are going to have to make sure, guys, that we've got plenty of more houses and stocks coming in the future. Right then. So we need aid. Did we actually get that horse sorted? Because hopefully he's going to be going into there. He's in there now, getting measured up for his cart. So hopefully that'll be getting migrated over to here very shortly. It's all good. And what we've got built in there, the forestry, which is getting built over in this area, which we're going to need because we have started to run out of wood on a couple of occasions. We've got another thatcher going in as well. Right, we've got 2 more houses going in, and we're going to bring the other 3 houses that we just built as well up to the front. Because without them, we're going to struggle. I've put another granary in. Right, so I've actually thought of the granary last time we were on. And we're going to put the 2 granaries in here, which won't hurt at all. We could put 2 granaries in there. We can maybe put a little market stall across the back of here. And then we could put another one over here when we start expanding around the right-hand side of that course there. Before we put another bridge in here as well. Now, just so that I don't mess up in the future, we've got a windmill there. I'm going to go ahead and put a bridge in across here. Like so. I'm trying to keep all the stuff as much as possible at the moment. And then once we've got plenty of residents in and plenty of stocks getting made, then we can start looking at selling larger quantities of stock. The only thing is, I hope there's not a cap where it automatically flags up and says you got bankruptcy, because that would not be good. And then just to bear in mind as well, guys, we've got all this land around the back of here we could be building on as well, which we will be starting to possibly next episode start looking at building across this area. We'll be getting a lot more farm fields in, maybe down the center of here, and then we'll build another city or little village over on this back end. And to be honest with you, looking at this as well, if we do put some farm fields there, we could probably put a brand new farm in here to get things up and running, and then start building some farms down the back of there, because we won't have to worry about cutting trees and that down. We are running short on logs, which is a concern. We need to go back over to this one. That one there. That's the carpenter. That's the forestry. Apply to wall. And then this should start getting filled up. If not, what we'll do is we'll take a couple of them off this one for now, and then hopefully they'll migrate to this one. Got that up and running. That'll keep us hopefully in wood moving forward. And we are also short of nails, which I didn't expect to see. I forgot we put these little houses in here. Right then, let's see if we're going to get some nails. That would be nice. No, we've got metal parts. We don't really need... We'll grab them anyway. So we are possibly going to need then, guys. Looking at that, we may need to get another smithy up and running. Because it looks like we can't keep up with demand. Make sure everything's working okay there. A car park in the warehouse going in there as well also. Right, okay. So, as we've also got over here, the forestry, we're going to have a thatcher there. I think it's only right we put another carpenter over here. Keep these all like within working distance because they all work alongside each other. We'll go ahead and we're going to go in and we're going to go with smithy. Slam on the back of that. Just across the back of there. And then what we're going to do, guys, we're going to let this run through. Hopefully get some of these at the top of the screen here finished off before we progress. I'm going to leave it on an angle there so you can see it as we go through. And hopefully we'll get the wood and the nails that we need. And get some additional people in so that we can get the tavern working as well. I think once the tavern's up and running, we can have a bit of a party. So let's just run that through, guys. We've just had another child born in the village, and we'll be back very shortly. So as you can probably see there, guys, we've had to buy some nails in due to the lack of nails we had and the lack of iron. Because of that, we've actually put the smeltery in. Now, we've had to put it at this part of the actual island, which is miles away from the main town. This is partly due to the fact that it required a very narrow stream, which this was the narrowest part I could find to get it on. As you can imagine, it's not ideal because it is, like I say, it is quite a distance away. So what I'm going to be doing moving forward is we'll get this finished off. We're going to get the house that we started over on the edge there finished off as well. And then get these two bridges in so that we haven't got as far to travel. Because now we've got this horrible path going right the way through the bridge over in the distance there. Once this is up and running, we'll have to make sure we get plenty of people working on there so we can get our iron reserves. And then what we're also going to need to start looking at is getting the new house that we just built on the coast there, just on the edge here. We'll have to start looking at getting these little houses finished off, and also getting in the smaller market stalls over on this section as well. I have been contemplating on whether I should put a house on the back of these, which I probably will, if I'm honest. And then this is going to be the orchard, which is going to have grassed areas around. So we might just have that as like a parkway. So we might just do like a path going around with some shrubberies and some seating areas, just to make it quite nice looking around the orchard there. And then we'll continue building across the front of here and expand out. And like I say, put a market stall in this area also. Let's see how we're getting on over here. As you can imagine, because they are having to travel some distance to get the supplies, it's taking a little bit longer than you'd expect, because that is a long road regardless. Field is not active, so we've got a new field which is now up and running. So let's just see what we've got here. We've got sunflower and flax. This one we've just got wheat only. I'm tempted to do that as just potatoes only, because over here, if I just pause that a moment, we've got the one there which is potatoes and buckwheat. That is hemp and flour again. Sunflowers only, and then we've got potatoes and buckwheat again. So I'm thinking we've also got, I believe, this one is barley. Yeah, they've got the new crop in there. Over here, I think we're going to stick with potatoes only, if we can, depending on what resources it requires. If we look at that, we could possibly go ahead with potatoes and barley. Just so we get additional barley in there as well. So let's get that active. And that is now up and running. So that's another field. just remember to unpause. I'm not going to really worry about the Harilka at the moment. Like I say, we've actually got some in now. And let's just see how we're getting on with the pigs. Oh my. They have grown drastically, haven't they? We have got a lot of pigs, which means we're going to have a lot of pork. My only concern, guys, is you can probably tell they are going through food like there is no tomorrow. So let's just go in and make sure they can have anything they can possibly want. I think we're going to need another worker on there for certain. I think we'll put 2 on there. The sheep farm's working okay. The cow farm works absolutely marvellous. That's not a problem at all. Don't be surprised, guys, if these pigs don't survive. Right, so let's go over here. We've still got this horse in there getting measured up for its cart. And I think we may need to get another one put in as well as a draft horse. Because we're going to need them now that we're travelling longer distances as well. And this is now being finished and completed. So let's get someone in here. I think we're going to need 2. And make sure we get everything put in there as well. We've got iron ore and we'll be getting charcoal, which is good. Because that'll also help with regards to the nail production. The only thing is these can't really work in February, March and December. Because obviously the rivers will be frozen over. And look at that, guys. The pigs have started to die of starvation. Surprise, surprise. Let's go over. Have we unpaused it? Have we paused it? I can't tell. It's still paused. Right. So, I don't know how we're going to get around doing this, to be quite honest with you. See if we can save a couple. If we drop that down to 10, or even 5, or 6 on this occasion, we might get these sent to slaughter quick enough, which we have got over here, I believe, is the slaughterhouse. Yes, it is. We've got plenty of leather hides in there as well, cow hides. Let's put another member of work on there as well. But needs to empty first. Thank God that is the case, because I didn't mean to do that. So let's just go through. Hopefully, they're going to send a load over to slaughter. Please. I don't think it's going to happen. Family moving out. This is due to no markets installed, which I expected, as I just previously mentioned, that we're going to have to get these sorted out now. With that in mind, we're going to get this house finished, and then I think we'll get the barn, the granaries put in place. So let's put that up there. We'll bring these up now in advance. And I think what we will do, we've got this walkways here. We've got a nice walkway coming through here. We could actually go ahead and put some stalls in. So we'll do it now while it's currently paused. So that hopefully it prolongs the inevitable, which is bye-bye piglets. That gives us 5 in there. We're not going to put the warm clothes in these ones. Just the actual foods. For apples, we'll go through, put all these in. And as you remember last time, guys, we have got quite a few new additions. Cherries being one of them. I think we've got peas, plums, pears, quite a few. Apricots, apples it was, sorry. Like I said, we're not going to put clothes in this one for the time being because it's not really needed. I'm sure you'd be willing to travel a little bit further to get your clothes. Oh, and there's another one, garlic as well. And we've got horseradish and marrow. I don't remember the marrow being one, but it obviously is. Let's just go ahead and put another one just up the top here. See if we can get it in there. It will need a tree taken out. Just going to do this one as a straight line, just going through, just to keep it all tidy, because we can't put one here because it'll be blocking off the entrance. So if we minus out 4, so from the marrow, the mead, milk, and then we'll just go onions and peas, hot potatoes, obviously we've got pumpkin there as well. Actually, as I'm looking at that, guys, I'm thinking that is not going to happen. We're going to have to take these off, because I don't think it's going to work like that. Forgetting how many actual additions we've got added, so we will have to swing them around and put them on the opposite side. Not forgetting that we've got to swing these around, and then the warm close. We've got one additional one on the end there, nothing major to worry about. We're going to go to one of these and we're going to tell it to make sure it's applied to all of them, so I don't have to go back through and do them all. Except on this one, we're not going to bother hiring anyone. And then that'll hopefully stop anyone else moving out in the future. And as you can see, guys, the piglets are dying. And we've had another marriage in the village. And that is the granaries going in now, just behind those market stalls. I was really hoping we'd save some of those pigs and get them to slaughter prior to them going down the death route. What I can't understand is why they've got no foods in there, but that might be down to my issue because I didn't put enough workers on there. As you can see, the actual sheep are doing pretty well. Same goes for the cows, for that matter. And I think our chickens are the same. In fact, have we actually got any? Yes, we have. So they're going pretty well at the moment. Granary is completed, which is good. And now, as you remember, guys, I can go over to one of these granaries now. That one, we can copy it exactly as it is. And we can go to there. And it's been done. Migrated. Boom. Just like that. I like that feature. And we'll just go back in there again and we'll do the same. And then we should get someone working in here very shortly. 168 residents. At the moment, we've got no houses available because we're trying to get these food stalls and everything set up first before we put anything else over in this area. But then, as you can see, guys, we're going to have the 3 houses put in here. And we'll have the 3 across the back of here as well. Although at this moment in time, I'm tempted to just continue down this back wall, down this back thing here. And we are building a bridge, apparently. Because we can't build a granary because there's one tree in the way. Who would have guessed that? Let's see how this is going. We've got no workers at all getting us any of our iron that we originally needed, which is a bit shocking. But that could be purely down to travel issues. So I'm hoping this will help. So with that in mind, I'm definitely going to be building some additional houses down here. Hopefully that will then encourage someone to go and work there because it's a bit closer. But we have to keep an eye on these just to make sure we get some metal parts and iron if we need them. And I'm just concerned if we've actually got our horse up and running yet. We've got workers there, which is good. And we've also got the other smithy going in there as well. And these are full already. Another granary completed. So let's go to that one and we'll copy that. And there it is. And hopefully we'll get someone near. Right, what I'm concerned is we've got 3 people, I think, working on one of these. Oh, no, maybe not. We've got plenty of positions available to work. And it's good to see the actual horse and carts getting used as well. And we've had another person die of old age, unfortunately. So, looking at how we've got this going at the moment, we may eventually have some more fields going across the front of here. But we're going to go ahead and put a well just on this end. And then we'll look at putting some of the bigger houses a bit more angled round. So if we go F1. I'm going to pause that there so we don't miss that salesperson. And as you remember, guys, if you press F1, which I have just done incorrectly, I need to rotate it first. F1, and then we can manipulate the shape and the size of the actual land. Like so, and the same goes for the home. Now I'm actually tempted to bring that a little... Oh no, that should be alright. It's got a little bit of an arch going round. Let's see what we've got here. Have we got any nails or iron? Got the iron, so we're going to take those for the time being. We've still got a bit of a walkway through there, which is good, because we have actually got the well on there as well. That might actually have worked out okay there, as it is that we could possibly put the house back a little bit. And I think as it runs through here, we're going to have this fishery coming through, so we're going to leave a little bit of a path through here. So we'll go ahead and we'll put maybe one there. Then we get some trees put in just to make this place look a little bit nicer. And go ahead and put some maple trees down there. I could have gone down the ferns, but I just think the ferns going to be a bit overpowering. And they would block off a lot of light because of the height they get. Leave it like that for the time being. Like I say, we could potentially put in some more fields across the front of here. And that is our second bridge, or third bridge, I think it is now. Yes, it'll be I think it's actually our fourth bridge. That'll be that going in very shortly. I've got no one working over there, which is a bit of a pain. Oh, we've actually got the next bridge going in also. Which I'm going to actually pause, and we're going to get another house put in. Just so we can try and get some additional residents in, because we're going to need more people in so that we can get these granaries up and running. Because we are short on staff. We're going to take her off there, and we're going to take her off there. And hopefully these will migrate over to there. We've got one working already. If not, then they will hopefully go in and take these positions up on the stores. We've got 53 open vacancies for women and 18 open vacancies for men. So, no excuses when it comes to there's no jobs. My issue at the moment is not enough homes. We'll just drag them ones up. 2,000 iron ore. We'll have that. And we'll have the iron as well. And have we got any nails? Probably going right over the top of this part at the moment, guys. But I'm concerned that the fact that the last thing we want to do now is run out of nails. I don't know if you're noticing, but we're getting the odd little pop-up now saying we're running out of water and food. So the more we get this built up over here, the more matters we get stalled up this area. Just making sure that we've actually got a well. Oh, we have got in there. Got one over there. We've got one here. I think we've got one a bit further up as well. Cool. And have we got any piglets left? We have. By gosh, we managed to keep some. Right, we don't need to slaughter him now. He's only a year old, the poor bugger. We've actually got food going in, so having the additional workers has helped. We've actually managed to save some pigs. Oh, look at that nice field of barley as well. I think that's the first time we've seen the barley getting grown. Got our buckets of flax. We'll have to keep an eye on the field as well, guys, because it will get to the point where the fields will be getting low on resources. We'll have to like give them a year off or a season off. Bridge is completed, which is good. And I think we've just had another house finished off as well. I don't know whether we should put that bridge in yet. Actually, I'm going to, because I think it'd be ideal. So we've just got another house put in there, which is good. And it's all automatically got filled. Although our numbers haven't got up. So it might be someone within the town. They just got married and they've got the first home. So we shall continue with them. We're going to get these houses built in now. And while they're doing that, I am very tempted, guys. And I don't know what you're thinking. Or if you think I'm right. Should we put another farm over here? We've got a farm that'll provide this crops if need be. We've got a farm that'll provide these. And eventually, as I mentioned earlier, we'll put another farm at the back end of here. We shall then produce stocks for others. If we do that, we could possibly go ahead and put it in this little delve here, which we've got. If we go into here, we'll go with the new farm. Put that in. So, I'm going to put it up against that tree. And that will not require any additional stuff getting knocked down. But we're currently in 1737. In a lot of debt. With no houses available. On a good note, as you can see that, guys, if you remember from the last season, we had nothing but bubbles saying that we're running out of food or water. We haven't got a single one showing at the moment, except for that obviously that stocks are full. What I am tempted though, guys, now I'm thinking that, because these are full, we might need to get a warehouse just put down the back of here, just so that in the future, if they do get full, we've got stocks. We can put stocks in other places. So let's just put one at the side of there. What I will try and do, guys, prior to the next episode, I'll try and get rid of all this up the back here, just so you haven't got to wait around, and there's not a lot of to and froing. Why am I paused? There we are. Another house is gone in. I'm not totally sure why that house went in first. Might be just the way I've dragged it over. So we're now going into winter. A new family is settling into town. We're now at 172. We're getting closer and closer to that tavern getting opened. I sound like a right alcoholic because that's not my main reason. I just want to get it up and running so we can get things sorted. So as it happens, guys, at this end of the recording, I must have had my microphone muted. So just to make you aware what I was actually saying at this point, we've actually got the smeltery up and running, as you can see. And what I like about this is the amount of detail that the actual developers have put in. Every single little part within the build that you'd expect to move as it should works absolutely flawless, and I do love the way they've actually built the graphics in this game. After this was actually built up and running, we did actually have a couple of people working in there and getting our relevant stocks. So as you'll be able to see in a moment or so, we are now getting our iron and our coal coming through, and we've got a couple of people running backwards and forwards in there. As you can imagine, because of November, December, January and February, we've actually got no workers working in there, because obviously the rivers will be frozen over. And then just after this, as you can see, the houses are just going in there on the course, and they're getting finished off before we go ahead and put the actual orchard in place to get built. So I'll have to remember next time, if I've muted my mic, to unmute it before I continue recording. There wasn't much more going on at this point, guys. So what I did actually state was, as you can see at the top of the screen, we've got a lot of buildings that are in the cycle of getting repaired and getting built up and what have you. So I will be getting them completed prior to the next episode. And at this point, as you can see, I'm just putting another well in there. And later on, I actually take one of the actual arches out just on the side. We've got two arches side by side there, but I take the smaller one out, as I originally had it open for when, as an access through behind the granaries up to the actual workplaces like the carpenter and the forestry. But obviously I fenced that off now. So on that note, guys, what we'll do is we'll leave it there for this episode, and I shall be back very shortly within the week, hopefully, with episode, I believe it's 6 if I'm not mistaken. And by that point, all the information at the top there, all those buildings that need building will be completed so that we can start on a nice even keel. On that note, guys, I'm going to say thanks again for watching. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit like, and turn on notifications so you get notified when I go live and when I upload next. Again, if you are new, by all means, could come and join our Discord server, !Discord in chat if you're watching me live, or there will actually be a link in the description below. But on that note, guys, take care, and I shall see you in the next video. Ciao for now.